What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hey, today I'm back out in the garage getting ready for our upcoming Redwood Empire Bass Club tournament. This month's tournament for August will be at Clear Lake, launching out of Lakeport on Saturday. So I'm out here getting all my tackle together. I did make it up to the lake last Saturday. Kind of ran around the lake, launched at County Park, went down to Rattlesnake Arm, Lucerne, Lakeport, and just kind of ran around, check out different water quality conditions and clarity and grass levels and all that stuff. So spent a lot of time just kind of motoring around and graphing and doing stuff like that. So I only landed two bass, but they're nice quality fish in that 3 to 4 pound range. When I did kind of slow down and fish for them, I had a couple blow-ups on a frog in the morning. But yeah, I just kind of ran around and did catch that big giant catfish that you may have seen that video on this past week. Anyways, kind of out here just getting stuff together. I got 10 rods out here in front of me. I got 3 more in the box that I didn't take out. One is the Mr. B jig, one is a crankbait, and good old standard drop shot. Before we get into the baits, sipping on tonight is the Best Life from Hen House Brewing Company. See that? It's a nice golden ale, 4.5%. It's a really good, easy drinking beer. Like on a hot summer day, instead of drinking some of your more common beers like Modelo's or Budweiser's or Coronas or whatever. A lot of flavor to it, really easy drinking, and again, it's only 4%, so you can throw some back. So that's what I'm sipping on today. Anyways, let's get into some of the rods I got here. And like I said, I had a couple blow-ups on the frog, so I got another frog tied on. Because I didn't get on the water till 7, it seems like, from what I understand, the frog bite, or at least the top part bite, it's just kind of an early morning thing, where you would think that those fish would be in the grass in the afternoon when it's hot. But anyways, I got this is Strike King Sexy Frog in black and red. These differ from like your snag-proof frogs or other ones with these because the legs are really fine. It's a really fine rubber as opposed to some of the heavier rubber. And I did trim these down about 1/2 inch. Seems like they're really long out of the package, so I trimmed those down a bit. I got that on 50-pound braid, and this is my my one rod that I have. It's a Fred's Magic Stick. I really love this for the frog. I can cast it really far, even with this 13 Concept A reel. I can chuck this frog a mile with the braid, and performs really well. So that's the first one. Second one is another frog type bait. This is one that many people may not be familiar with. If I can get this. This is called a polywog. This is I think it's a snag proof. It's got that flapping tail. This floats, and so it basically swims along the surface. It's a really fun bait to throw. Fish really hammer this thing when they come up. Because that grass is kind of scattered, it's instead of big old mats, it's more like clumps of grass. And so you can swim something like this around the edges of those clumps or through those clumps, and give those fish something a little different to look at. Like I said, it's a fun bait to throw, and I've caught some nice fish on that up at Clear Lake. So old school polywog. I'm not even sure if they make those. I didn't even look for them. But again, something maybe the fish haven't seen in a long time. Next up here is another topwater. This is the Whopper Plopper in the 110 size. Pretty standard. I was debating about this or maybe a Vixen or a Spook or even a Sammy. Decided to go with this. I can work it fast, I can work it slow, I can work it on the outside edges of the grass. Again, just something different. But when it comes to topwater baits, there's just a ton of options. Another moving bait here, swim bait. This is the Mr. B swim bait head, and turn that around here. Mr. B swim bait head on there, and I have this paired up with the Biospawn Exo swim bait. I'm trying to mimic a bluegill on this, something a little different. Now this was kind of I was debating about this actually before I tied this on. I actually tied on the Mr. B swim bait or spinner bait, excuse me. have that on with a small easy shiner. But I had this tied on, and I was like, just depends on the weather. I don't know if it's going to be windy or not. Maybe I'll try the swim bait instead. I can always switch to the spinner bait, and if I need to later in the day. But that's an option on the swim bait. I know a lot of guys throw the trash fish. I'm not sure if they're really still chasing swim baits, or maybe it just hasn't come on for the fall bite. Next one up is kind of a bottom dragger swim bait, is the Mega Bass Dark Sleeper, and kind of different color on that. Caught one fish on that, actually threw it in the garbage already. This one here, I caught a fish on this one in the morning, and then I also caught that big old catfish. This is what catfish does to the Dark Sleeper when they get a hold of it. They just basically tore it apart, tore the fins off, the weight. You can see that the weight's coming out of the head. It's just destroyed. So that one's headed in the garbage. Caught me one nice bass on there. And this was a brand new bait when I went up to the lake on Saturday, but it's pretty much destroyed. All right, so that's kind of moving baits. Now we're kind of getting to some of the flipping baits. Because we're fishing on the grass, I'll throw some frogs in top water, but then maybe follow up with some maybe like a punch bait, type of rig, a flipping bait. Just your standard beaver, green pumpkin with the green chartreuse on there. 1/2 ounce weight, something I can flip in the grass. The grass isn't very thick, so you can throw something like that with a 1/2 ounce in there. Again, this is on 50-pound braid, and 1/2 ounce wood tungsten weight on there. Then I got a Senko in the June bug color, wacky rigged. Something I could throw on the docks. Throw in more open water and stuff with the this is actually a 6-inch, so a little bigger bait, trying to go for some of those bigger fish. And then the Tokyo rig, had some success with this on Saturday. Caught a nice keeper on that. Good old Tokyo rig. It's kind of like a mini drop shot weight. 1/2 ounce tungsten weight on there, and this is a green pumpkin, purple swirl, Strike King rage bug. Those fish were kind of eating that rage bug on Saturday, and had a couple just bite the legs off as well. So I'm running out of those baits, so maybe I can pick up another package before Saturday. Then a couple spinning rods here. I got a shaky head, 1/4 ounce wood tungsten shaky head. This is the Biospawn Exo Stick bait in the red crawler color. Good combination. 12-pound Seaguar fluorocarbon line on that rod. This is my G Loomis IMX Pro. I really love this rod for the shaky heads. It's kind of a medium heavy action rod. And then my last but not least is the good old dreaded Ned rig. Peanut butter and jelly color worm. This is the bigger Ned. But something I can skip under the docks. I can fish along the rocks. If the bite does get tough, I need to put some fish on the boat, maybe I can throw the old Ned around there and fill a limit. It is only a 6-hour tournament, so fishing till noon is going to make it tough to get those fish in the boat. It's a draw tournament, I believe, where I'm fishing with Jerry again, and we will be keeping our fish separate. So the live well aerator will be running all day long. A good thing I got those ionic batteries, and I don't have any problem with power with those batteries. Keeps everything going for the full day, full night, whatever. So those are my rods. I showed you 10. Like I said, I got 3 others, so 13 total in the box, and hopefully that should do it. Going from top to bottom, cover the depths, and we'll see how it goes. So thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe as always, and we'll see you on the water.